Joe always has some great paint tips. Here's a couple more.
Well, the first one, Danny, has to do with cleaning up. After you get through painting with a brush, what you can do is take some hardware cloth, like I have here, this is just 1/4-inch cloth, and cut out a square that'll fit inside the can that you're using for cleaning. Then bend the edges of the screen so it forms 2 little legs. When you set it into the can of solvent or water, it stays up above the bottom.
Okay.
Now, when you go to clean your brush, you can scrub it against the hardware cloth to get out the paint.
Yeah, that's a lot easier than reaching over in there and having to use your hand.
Fingers, right, and that actually works pretty well. Now, the next tip has to do with when you're painting from an old can of paint. This one's about a year old and it's only half filled. And what happens is there's always little dried paint chips that get in there and you don't want to get them on the wall. So what I found is you can use a piece of window screen to filter out the chips.
Instead of actually pouring it in through a filter.
Right, well that works if you're going to be painting using all the paint, but if you're just touching up with a brush, this works a lot better.
Okay.
Take a window screen and sit the can on it and trace around it and then cut just inside the line with a pair of scissors. Then set the screen inside the can and you can use a stick just to press down. And what will eventually happen is the screen will settle to the bottom, filtering out all the paint chips, and the paint on the top will be nice and clean.